What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So South Carolina's offense will start this game off. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapting. First down and more. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Now, on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. He's going to take off. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Gamecocks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Throws to the wideout. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. The Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They're going to throw it on third and goal. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he won't come close to the goal line after the catch. How about that stop as the defense offense takes over. So Kentucky's offense will go to work for the first time. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of a defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game, Dave.
Man, I can tell you already, the defensive coordinator is not enjoying his life. Like, every single play, you better know where he is. He can wreck a game in one play, can hit the home run at any time. All eyes will be on him.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but I hate the play call there. It's 3rd and long. You're in your own end of the field. That's a play. You got to throw it.
Oh, and he can't get it out. And they got him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Finding an escape route. Fights off the defender. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pressure coming. And the ball's out. Who's going to get it? Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got some room in into the goal line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Going right to work up top. Safe completion on the screen. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. And the Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Here comes the hurry up. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. He'll pull it down. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Snapped it in the shotgun. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Quickly to the tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Wildcats headed quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready.
There he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He has the first and still on his feet. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road?
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They're dealing with a second and long. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Wide open downfield. He's loose on the right. He's at the top, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. He wants to take the top off. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. It's a seam wide. Touchdown, Kentucky. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll line up for a second down play. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on second down. He's got it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Got the first down. Looking for more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. The give to the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Kentucky right back to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Grab near the marker. It's Wheeler. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Canty. Pocket breaking down. They're working that left side. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Wheeler. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. second down, they'll go to the air. And as he throws, got the big tight end on the corner route. Stumbled to the ground. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Throws toward the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Fires to the middle. It's complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Contreras. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
He'll try to do it himself. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. The 40. The 20. The inside. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking it the distance.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more...
Oh, he's got some space. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Unloads it downfield. He's got it up to 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Back to throw, it's Canty. Under fire. Plucks it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Wants to throw again. Slings it downfield. Makes a connection. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. He wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Looking for the score. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Nebraska endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Memorial Stadium, and the Huskers came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly.
That's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
He'll throw on 3rd down. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Bring in the heat. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Dropping back, it's Canty. Under fire. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
On the move, it's Morton. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to run it. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Hopes this one turns out a little better. Had the other one blocked. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Here's a hit. complete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Right on target this time. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. The give to the back. Creates a little room. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Finds his man in the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense changing the play. The snap sets up to throw. Looking to get it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Canty. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
Well, it's been a tough day for this defense so far, guys, especially against the pass. They haven't been able to force that many incompletions. They've already allowed 2 TD passes. They need more plays like that, and they got to be able to put it back-to-back to gain some confidence defensively.
Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Now, don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Opening play of the drive from the 39.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That return is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and played.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Hauls it in, looking for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Contreras. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. He'll do it himself. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Slithers into space. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in.
Well, this situation... This defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired. And a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
Quickly complete. He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They hope to push this edge out to a field goal. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And nobody responsible for picking up the free safety because, David, frankly, I don't believe they thought he was coming.
No, and whose responsibility is that? The quarterback. If I see the free safety blitzing, I'm throwing the ball deep to somebody to make a play because he can't cover deep anymore, so put that in your back pocket. They want to bring that safety blitz. I'm going to make them pay, and I'm going to throw the ball deep.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And this sophomore behind center has been really impressive so far. A most impressive outing. It's as if he's seeing things before they happen, and he has the numbers and the scores to prove it.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in the rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They want that clock to run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, South Carolina! He'll try to tack on one more. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for a man. It's Canty. Makes the grab. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Here's the pressure. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, he's still on his feet.
Pass interference, defense.
The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Working that left side now. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Morton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Wants to throw. It's Canty. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Going for 6. Touchdown, Wildcats! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Got to give this team credit, guys, because good teams find ways to win games. I know they were their favorite coming into this one, but they get the touchdown when they need it. You got to convert the 2-point play to tie this thing up. There's still time left at the end of this game, but you feel like the momentum is now back on their side.
And the defense swarms him under the 2-point attempt is stopped, and so too is the attempt to tie the game. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up, and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.